Hello to you all, dear guys. Today we are going to make a very beautiful pendant that is Eye of Horus. Probably you are familiar with this shape, and there are lots of jewelries with this pattern. And today we are going to make a wire one with about 2 millimeter wire that is going to be shaped as the main structure, and also about zero point 0.4 wire for the weaving parts, and also a bead or stone for the center part of this eye, just like this. Also, some parts are going to be hammered, and we need a hard hammer, and also our three main tools: round nose pliers, chain nose pliers, and wire cutter. So first of all, we should determine the lines that we are going to cut on our main wire. And first, we are going to cut our 2 millimeter wire and shape it just like the line I had stroked on the paper. So pick up your 2 millimeter wire, and I'm using the copper one. You could use silver, even gold, steel, or any other types, but copper is more easier to shape and also to hammer. So I recommend you to use copper one for your first times. At this step, we need to determine the length of this black line that we are going to cut on our wire. And I'm putting my ruler on this drawing so that you have a scale to know what is the size approximately. This is 5 centimeters and also about 5 centimeters. So to know about the length of this part, pick up a very delicate chain. So put your delicate chain all over this line and all parts. And this would be the length that we need to cut on our 2 millimeter wire. We pick up our 2 millimeter in diameter wire and put it on the line that we had marked. And then at that point, we cut this wire with our wire cutter. Then, one after the other, determine the other lines, just like this. This would be second line, and also this two parts. And cut them out on our main wire. As you know, my 2 millimeter thick copper wire is covered with a covering, and I'm going to remove it, and I'm using a jewelry file. The one that is circular or cylindrical is perfect for doing this. Just let's see how. I am doing this with this type of jewelry file, so easy. If you have the same covered wire, you could use a jewelry file and to remove this part easily. After we had cut out the wires for all these four parts, this is the time to form these cutted wires. If we have a thinner wire like 1 millimeter one, it's easy to form it with our finger and with our hand. It's okay. But with this a little difficult, and we could use our tools to shape them. And for these curvy shapes, usually we use our round nose pliers to curve the wire. So we pick up our first wire, and little by little we start to shape it as we have determined on our drawing part and on the line that we had stroked. So this is our first part, and with our round nose pliers we start to shape it very gently. So this would be the first shaped part, and we are going to continue that for the other parts. Whenever it's easy, you could do that with your fingers, and when you feel that it's a little difficult, you could use your round nose pliers or even chain nose pliers. It depends on the shape that you are going to make. So I curve it a little and then put it on my drawing, and it's all good. Just this part is going to be rounded, and I need my round nose pliers to keep it tight and to round this wire all around it. Then I would put it again on the paper and check the size and also the shape, and continue doing this for the remaining parts. So I would keep it again with my round nose pliers and make another curve for the remaining part. This is going to be the upper part, just a little negative curve here, just to shape the eye and the eyelashes. And now we are going to do the same for this part. And also these are two lines. This is the second part, and I had formed it just as we had in our first part. And at the end we have a little swirl, and as we had the tutorial how to make the swirl shapes in previous videos, I didn't repeat it here again. But if you have any problems in making any parts of this beautiful shape, please let me know and write that in comments. So we have these two main parts, and we have these two straighted parts that we are going to attach to this structure. And now this is the time to have a little hammering parts. So pick up your hard hammer and put your piece on your hard surface. And for the first part, start to hammer it at the end. So that you would have a flattened part at both ends. Just something like this, and you could continue doing this hammering so that it would be spreaded more and you would have a more flattened area. I have hammered all of these parts. There is a point when you're doing hammering, your form is a little distorted, so you may need to refine and edit your form a little. For example, in this part, it's a little bigger and enlarged, and I'm going to edit that, and with my round nose pliers, just point, we have a bead or a stone of any color that you like, but usually it's a shade of blue color, and I'm using a blue one for this Horus eye shape. Wrap this thinner wire around this main structure and make a little coil here, and then wrap it again on the upper side. Then cut the wire and insert the bead into this thinner wire. And also insert the upper side of this beautiful eye and start to make another coiling part at this point. Just make a tie and make a little coil here. We had the tutorial on how to make wire coils in previous videos, but if you have another questions, just let me know and comment it below so I would explain it more in further videos. Also, at this end point, we weave the thinner wire and we will make a little coil, and we continue at the other side and we make another weaving part in wire coil at that front part. Just like this, start to wrapping the thinner wire all around that main structure, and if needed, push them to be attached tightly together. This is only the time to attach these two straighted parts to this main structure. One of them should be placed here, and one of the parts should be rounded, just like a little U shape, and we insert it on the upper side and would attach it with pushing it with chain nose pliers or round nose pliers and make a joint here. We keep it tight and push it tight. And also by making a 90-degree bend at the other point and make another loop, just like when you are making a jump ring. And this is going to be the bail of this pendant. And for the other part also, we need to make two little loops and to attach it to the main structure. And at the end, this is our very beautiful wire pendant. And you could do some changes as you desire to have this part a little shorter, or for the other parts also, you could have some changes as you desire. But this is a total process that you could do to make a Horus eye. I hope you would make one and enjoy it so much. Thanks for watching. Take care and bye-bye.